The often overlooked struggles faced by schools in provinces uncovers the country's complex layers of an educational crisis. However, the narrative shifts with the transformative initiatives of a retail giant's social responsibility arm focused on constructing school buildings with innovations that address the diverse needs of young learners. I'm Pinky Webb, and this is Business Matters, where doing good is good business. The Department of Education, or DepEd, reported that the country was short of almost 160,000 classrooms for the current school year, 2023 to 2024. The insufficient infrastructure has long stood as a barrier to providing quality education to the Filipino youth. San Antonio Elementary School, situated in one of the most populous municipalities in the province of Batangas, is no stranger to this.
Ang biggest problem po talaga na na-encounter namin is yung crowded po yung mga bata sa loob ng silid-aralan. Tapos po ay hindi conducive kasi nga po kulang sa ventilation, kulang sa facilities. So yung contact time po with students, naapektuhan din po talaga.
To optimize their limited resources, the school has resorted to class shifts. This temporary solution has reduced students' contact time with teachers and opportunities for interactive activities, which are key learning experiences that would have made a lasting impact on the growth and development of students.
Instead na nag-group activity sila, hindi nila magawa. Most of our classrooms po talaga is dilapidated. Wala na pong enough budget ang paaralan para po ipagawa yung mga tumutulong bubong, mga sirang kisame. So isa po talaga yun sa nagiging problema po ng paaralan.
The inadequacy of classrooms at San Antonio Elementary School has a ripple effect, placing undue strain on teachers. To ensure proper coverage, they face the risk of burnout, stress, job dissatisfaction, ultimately hindering their ability to provide optimal support to their students.
Ang bilang ng classroom namin sa kasalukuyan ngayon ay 22. So, ang klase ay binubuo ng 42. Ibig sabihin, kulang pa kami ng 20 classroom. Naaawa ko sa mga estudyante namin. Umaagaw kami ng kaunting recess sa aming oras kasi talagang dapat ang klase sa bata ay 6 hours. Saan namin isisingit yon? Doon lang kami kumuha ng at least nagkaklase kami habang ang bata'y kumakain.
Aside from inadequacy of classrooms, there is an added challenge of poor classroom conditions.
Ako po ang isa sa mga guro na pinakamatagal na po dito sa paaralan at naglilingkod sa loob ng 18 taon. Sa totoo lang, napakaraming mga challenges na nararanasan ang mga guro at mga mag-aaral sa amin pong mga silid-aralan. Lalo na po kapag yung time na umuulan, may mga oras po na ang mga bata ay nagsasahod po ng mga balde dahil sa loob ay umuulan na rin.
Nahihirapan lang kami regarding sa ventilation dahil po yung posisyon ng room, walang pong hangin na pumapasok. So technically what we do is to ask for classroom projects as like for electric fans. Yun lang po, magsasuffer lang po talaga yung loading ng electricity. Para po kami makasave po sa electricity, what we do is pinapatay po muna namin ang ilaw kasi dumidilim.
Since grade 5 po ako dito nag-aaral and yung classroom ko po medyo masikip po. Minsan po nakaka-distract po yung init. Dati po kasi isa po siyang library and guidance po. So medyo hindi po siya fit to be a classroom.
This long-standing challenge on school infrastructure has affected the quality of education, which possess potential impact on Philippine society. One of the largest integrated property developers in Southeast Asia, together with SM Foundation, the social responsibility arm of one of the country's largest conglomerates, is working together to address this issue.
That's the reason why SM Foundation, through its education component, has started the school building program in 2002, joining the Adapt a School program of Department of Education.
Along with its various education-centered initiatives, SMFI donates fully furnished school buildings with essential facilities to provide students with a conducive learning environment.
Members of the private sector are now actively participating in this Adapt a School program because there is really a need of classrooms, especially when you see them studying under the tree and then they don't even have umbrellas.
SM Foundation has long been DepEd's partner by actively participating in the Adopt a School program. Through this, the organizations are able to extend assistance to schools that need it the most.
We write DepEd, we go to them and tell them, oh, this year, these are the places where we will donate school buildings. Give me at least 5 public schools that are needing classrooms. And then we will go to these 5 schools and look at them and see if they have first space for the school building that we will construct, which is 2-story, 4 classrooms, and with all the innovations with that.
San Antonio Elementary School has been selected as one of SM Foundation's beneficiaries this year, bringing the school one step closer to establishing a solid foundation for student learning and development.
Ang atin pong partnership with particular stakeholders, napakahalaga po talaga nun sa isang paaralan. Kasi nga po, ay limited lang po yung resources namin. So with this partnership with private stakeholders, nabibigay po namin yung facilities na nararapat para sa ating mga mag-aaral. Na-upgrade po natin yung quality of education.
Uy, pakdet! Baon ka tama!
Gulay, ibabaon? Kagagawan yan ng magic.
Gusto ko tilapia.
Napapanaginipan? Kagagawan yan ng magic. Magic na mas pinasarap pa. Bagong Maggi Magic Sarap. Made with fresh garlic, onion, chicken, and spices. At ngayon, may iron na. Bago yun na. May dagdag linamnam at aroma.
Sarap pumasok!
Linggo ngayon na. Kagagawan yan na. Bagong mas pinasarap ng Maggi Magic Sarap.
Identified as one of the schools in Batangas that needs the most urgent help, San Antonio Elementary School in the city of Santo Tomas was chosen to be the beneficiary of SMFI's school building program. This initiative aims to alleviate the challenges of shifting classes in dilapidated schools, bringing new hope to students and teachers who once had to endure these difficult circumstances. As SM Foundation donates over 100 school buildings, it has deepened its commitment to fostering better learning environments for children, boosting their academic performance and capabilities. This initiative not only uplifts education, but also fosters partnership between public and private entities.
That is one thing, that if you have partners and like us, they see what we are doing. And even Uniqlo, they saw the hand washing facilities that we did. Last year, they donated in 10 public schools hand washing facilities. And then the others, the shoes, the computers, they keep on donating our partners, the books for the library. And then even last year, Maction in the Philippines donated 21 solar panels to our school in Lemery Pilot School in Batangas. And you can imagine that how much they have saved from payment of electricity, but teaching them on the sustainability of the solar panels.
In championing education, equity, and inclusion, SM Foundation aims to pave the way for a brighter future for Filipino youth and foster sustainable growth within Philippine communities. Following months of construction, SMFI has officially handed over a new school building to San Antonio Elementary School. The ceremony, graced by the Department of Education and the Santo Tomas City government, stands as a symbol of the impactful collaborations for social good.
3, 2, 1.
We have to function as one. That's why we're all together doing things para sa pagmamahal sa inyo. Regalo ng SM ito sa inyo. We will always be here for you. Itong school building ay ika-105th school building program ng ACEN Foundation. Pero siya ang unang school building dito sa Santo Tomas. So milestone ito sa San Antonio Elementary School. The facilities are really complete already because the intention is for the school to be ready. The issue that we are addressing with the school building here is to decongest the classrooms.
Pumapalad po ang SDO Santo Tomas City, particularly po ang San Antonio Elementary School. Ang shifting of classes ay mababawasan. Ganun din, natutuwa tayo kasi kompleto na with the different provisions of seat and pupil ratio. Kumbaga, yung 200 seats, 200 na bata ang mabibigyan ng pagkakataon na makaupo 1:1 seat ratio.
Kami ay natutuwa lahat dito, mga magulang at syempre lalong-lalo na yung mga bata na pinagkalooban ng 2 stories na building na 4 rooms mula sa SM Foundation at SM Prime. Balang araw ay marami pang maikinabang ito.
SM Foundation ensured that the school provides an exclusive space where everyone can pursue their fullest potential.
Napakaganda po kung makikita niyo po dito na talaga yung lahat ng space talagang hindi po sinayang. Meron pong library, may clinic, at may hand washing. Meron din po silang CR na talagang pang PWD, talagang pong angkop sa ating pong mga estudyante.
Kasama sa innovations ng design dito sa school buildings ay merong chairs for left-handed kasi dati hindi pinapansin niya. This school building is a gift from the SM conglomerate. It's because it's a reflection of how much SM values things that are also important for their would-be customers. That we hope that this will reduce absences or tardiness and produce the students who are all looking forward to a better tomorrow. And they can find this in the SM school buildings.
Sa amin pong great donor, thank you so much po SM Foundation sa ipinagkaloob mo niyo pong school building para sa aming mga mag-aaral. Mag-end of shift po kami ng grade 6 and thank you so much po. We are truly blessed because of you. Thank you po and God bless.
Through innovative programs and collaborations for social good, SMFI embodies the values envisioned by the company's founder of promoting inclusivity and an equitable quality of life, providing equal opportunities and bridging gaps for everyone to thrive.
This is the legacy of Tatang. He wants every child to graduate college. Yun ang gusto niya. Talaga, gusto niya lahat mag-aral. Gusto niya lahat talaga ganito. Kaya ito ang ginawa namin. From prep to high school to college and then even to working with us now.
Uy, pakdet! Baon ka tama!
Gulay, ibabaon? Kagagawan yan ng magic.
Gusto ko tilapia.
Napapanaginipan? Kagagawan yan ng magic. Magic na mas pinasarap pa. Bagong Maggi Magic Sarap. Made with fresh garlic, onion, chicken, and spices. At ngayon, may iron na. Bago yun ah. May dagdag linamnam at aroma.
Sarap pumasok!
Linggo ngayon ah. Kagagawan yan ng bagong mas pinasarap ng Maggi Magic Sarap.
Renewable energy is the wave of the future. As more sectors pivot to the shift, this retail electricity supply unit of a top conglomerate has become the partner of choice for businesses sharing a common goal for a greener future. With the pandemic now way behind our rear view, the Philippine economy is experiencing a resurgence like no other. And to catch up for lost time comes a thirst for more energy to power our nation's racing economy. And with a peak power demand in the country projected to double by the year 2040, a tall order has been set for the power industry. And up to the task is the retail electricity supply unit of the Ayala Group, ready to power the nation with renewable energy. ACEN is the youngest company of the Ayala Group, and it was the conglomerate's first foray into the energy sector. So, what opportunities did the Ayala Group see back then?
I used to head up corporate strategy at the Ayala Group, and one of our early recommendations in terms of the new business or sector that Ayala would get into was power and infrastructure. Ayala decided to throw its hat in the ring, and we started the business from ground up, from 0 megawatt. With Ayala, of course, being at the forefront of sustainability, we wanted to focus on renewables. So our first investment was a modest $10 million investment, which is relatively modest compared to the size of the Ayala business, but we had to start somewhere. It was an investment in a 33 megawatt wind farm. But we quickly realized that renewables at the time will be so hard to scale up because it was still expensive and was not as reliable, because when the wind is not blowing, where do you get your power? And in the meantime, the country needed a lot of reliable and affordable power at that time. So we quickly realized that for us to really help a country with what the country needed at the time, affordable, reliable power, we had to get into coal. And that's why in the first 5 years, we decided to be a meaningful player in the Philippines, we would have to get to 1,000 megawatts of capacity in power. So the good news is we got there by 2015. The not so good news is 93% of the capacity was driven by coal plants and only 7% was renewable. So that was really our first 5 years, but at least we had the organization, the business, the scale, the profitability. So 2016 was an inflection point, the groundswell on sustainability, UN SDG goals and so forth. It was getting stronger. You know, the likes of multilateral banks were already not supportive of coal investments and so forth. So the tea leaves were turning, and we thought that it was a good time to shift and to redefine our market. We decided to do that strategic shift to defining our market as the regional renewables market.
So tell us, where is ACEN right now?
Well, since our strategic pivot over the last 6-7 years, it's a complete reversal. From a predominantly thermal company, we are now 98% renewables. We're now at about 4,500 megawatts, installed capacity of which 98% is renewables, and we are in 7 different markets. Of course, our largest and core market is the Philippines, but we also expanded into Indonesia, Vietnam, Laos, India, Australia, and recently in the US.
Last year, you announced ACEN's 2030 vision of 20 gigawatts by 2030.
Yes.
Is this still commitment? Are you still on the right track, and how do you plan to achieve this?
We set our 2025 vision, which is to reach 5 gigawatts by 2025. We set it in 2018, and lo and behold, we will achieve that mark 2 years ahead of schedule. I always believe that an organization should always have an aspirational yet attainable vision. About 12 months ago, we decided to launch our 2030 vision to rally the entire team behind that aspiration.
How does ACEN plan to address the kind of demand that the public needs?
Big picture-wise, we have a tight supply-demand situation now. And looking at 2030, the country is growing at about 5-6% demand growth every year. As an industry, we need to supply that growth in demand, in electricity demand, on top of addressing the current tightness. Government policy is very important, and one such important policy is the green energy option. As long as you have 100 kilowatts of peak consumption, you do qualify in terms of the ability to purchase from a renewable energy supplier like ACEN RES. A lot of business owners have a sense of purpose and a sense of responsibility, not only to the bottom line, but to the environment as well. There's less volatility compared to fossil fuel as well. So I think with the price stability and competitiveness, I think that's a very good proposition apart from the environmental sustainability proposition.
Where are you focusing right now?
We are already committed to be 100% renewable generation. So we will not invest future capex in coal and gas. We've already committed to our investors that we will focus on scaling up renewable energy generation. You need to address the customers' demands not only on sustainability but also the reliability and affordability. I think the good thing about renewables is you get rid of a lot of price volatility. And as a business owner, you want more price certainty and less of volatility. I think this recent energy crisis reminded us that whatever was cheap or viewed to be cheap in the past decade or so is not guaranteed to stay cheap in the future. Yeah. And that's what we've seen during the crisis, the Ukraine invasion and so forth. We are living in a volatile, uncertain world, and there's going to be more of these unknowns moving forward.
Klook is Asia's leading travel activities and experiences platform. We allow travelers from all over the world to connect to different experiences, booking attractions, tours, activities, transportation, and even hotels in our Klook Travel app. To date, we have over 500,000 experiences that you can book on Klook in over 1,500 destinations worldwide. Klook has been operating here in the Philippines for over 6 years now. As a traveler myself, I live a very busy and hectic lifestyle. So when I visit either a new destination, it's so important for me to have applications or platforms that I trust and that I find very reliable, and that's Klook for me. We're very excited about the partnership with Hong Kong Disneyland. For the first time in forever, Hong Kong Disneyland is unveiling its newest attraction, World of Frozen, and I cannot wait for Filipinos to experience this firsthand. With a package that we have on Klook, consumers will be able to enter the park 1 hour ahead of everyone else. And that allows you to experience and maximize the park even longer and even better. Hong Kong has always been a popular destination for Filipino travelers, and mainly because of its close proximity to the Philippines, it being visa-free, catering to different types of travelers. And we're very proud to say that as a company, we've accumulated a wide range of travel offerings in Hong Kong. We've also just recently launched our Stay Plus, which allows people to book different types of hotel offerings in the island, not to mention bundled it with different attractions, transportation, and food and beverage offerings on Klook. So it's a wide range, and we're very excited to see more and more Filipinos experience this. I'd like to invite everyone to visit and experience Hong Kong Disneyland's World of Frozen. It's opening to the public on November 20. The package is exclusively found on the Klook app, so download the Klook app for good deals and exciting packages exclusively for Hong Kong Disneyland's World of Frozen.
Today's event is a milestone event. It's the 6th edition of the AHRF, the Asia Harm Reduction Forum. The entire concept of the forum is to bring to the forefront reasons why we need to find harm-reduced alternatives to existing problems like smoking cigarettes and different uses of tobacco, and finding solutions in which policies can be made for reducing harm to these people who are addicted to these products. First and foremost, when you take a cigarette and you light it up, not only are you inhaling coal tar, you're inhaling nitrosamines. The difference between electronic cigarettes and the conventional cigarettes is the amount of side effects that you have. We have at least 70 to 80% reduction in the number of harmful chemicals that you see in the e-cigarette vapor compared with the regular cigarette smoke. Secondly, your e-cigarettes do not have the passive smoking effect that you see with people who smoke conventional cigarettes.
When you talk about health as a moral endeavor, it means that there is a greater purpose for health. Ethical decision making is important in terms of harm reduction because number one, in harm reduction, we are trying to intervene with the lives of people. No? So in itself, it's already an ethical thing. No? That's why we still respect people's autonomy, but we also try to influence them to alter their choices in life.
The New England Journal of Medicine in 2021 and 2022 actually had a couple of research that showed that moving patients to electronic cigarettes has got the best ratio of reducing smoking cessation, right? But if you can't do that, if you can't stop your cigarettes, if you can't stop anything, at least move to something which is less harmful.
We should go by the quality of life. We want to encourage harm reduction because we want people's lives to be better. That's the reason why it's an ethical thing to do.
All of us play a role in ensuring a just and humane society. And through education, people-centric initiatives, and environmental action, we are one step closer towards a better future. Join us again next week as we share more inspiring stories of communities and people whose lives have changed for the better. For comments, suggestions, and updates, do follow us on our social media accounts. I'm Pinky Webb, and this is Business Matters, where doing good is good business.